Before we start, we have ourselves a little bit of an unexpected driver change. The 77 team has announced that they are releasing Makoto Iguchi from her ride because of, underperformance. That's deciding the reason, and that Iguchi wants to pursue other series as well. So they both mutually agreed to release Makoto Iguchi from her 77 ride. Replacing the 77 will be none other than Don Capps, who's making his return to the Pokemon Cup Series. Glad to have him back to return in the 77. So, anyway, before we start with this race, well, actually, believe it or not, let me correct myself. It's going to be 2 races in one video. That's right, 2 races in one video. And the reason, they're the final 2 races of the Piggz Grand Slam. Both will be at Piggz Cliff and Piggz Creek. So I figured why not release them into one video. Commenting on this race will count as commenting on 2 races, and if you commented already on the previous 3 races, races 21, 22, and 23, commenting on this one will count for 2 races. If you comment on this one, it will count for commenting on 2, and you must comment on 5 of 10 races to keep your ride. So this might help you out if you comment on this one if you have already commented on the first 3. So. And sit back and relax and enjoy a special double header in the final 2 Piggz Grand Slam races of the season. Here we are, folks. This is a special doubleheader here for the NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series. Our first race of the doubleheader is going to be the 3rd race of the Piggz Grand Slam, and then the second one will be at Piggz Creek for the 4th and final race of the Piggz Grand Slam. Hope you guys will enjoy. On the pole today, it is the 7 of Kostasnowski. On the outside, it's the 3 Luke Walker, and we'll probably only be doing the front row. As you see, the starting lineups are on your left of the screen. So to save time, let's go on to it, and we'll hear those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
25 and 15 were the culprits who started the wreck. And here it is again. There you see the 15 spinning the 25 of Alex Ragow. And then he hits Rod Houston, Rohit Vaidargu, George Rourke, and a lot of others join along with them in the big wreck. Dylan Young, Scott Ferguson, Dustin Ray, Marshall Rich, Austin LaPlante, Jonathan Thoman, and Colin McNaught all involved. And that was a big, and yeah, there's Ferguson as McNamara led to the stripe. We saw some contact between both of them heading to the line, and then as things weren't bad enough, there's Rod Houston spinning Thoman, and Thoman gets a bump from the 32. Guess he gets no love here at Piggz Cliff. Ouch. And let's see if any of them hit on their way, because normally at a situation like this you'd pit early. The strategy here is to pit early for most of these drivers. That's what they'll have to wait later. Only Daniel Day and Charles Roberts have retired. Oh no, Rod Houston. So I'm very surprised he retired from that first caution. Involved a ton of drivers. So we're gonna get back. So yeah, so it's pretty much only a three drivers retired from. And Rod Houston. Oh no, we have a fourth one retired. Dustin Ray. Dustin Ray has retired from the 4 drivers involved. And I'm not sure about Jonathan Thoman. I'm not sure if he's on track. Wow, it's like for a driver retires. If this happens, we probably left it by the race's end. Thoman is going to get back out on track. He is going to be back on the lead lap. Catch up back. So it's going to be, we're going to get back in a few moments. John leader, then it's Casas, Waller, Angel, Luke Walker in the top. Sarah Yitzhak, Trevor Harvey, Kyle Bell, Mark Matthews are in the top 10. Wow. Wow. Let's go back to our game on the second caution. That was the cause of the second caution. Oh, there was smoke between double zero Trevor Harvey. Let's get to that first. And here's the first incident. As you see, Nick Parasols on the 15 gets into the double zero of Trevor Harvey, and then Harvey gets dumped and spins out, and he tries to keep it together, and then after that Devin Whitston comes up, and then after that, let me just cut you there, and it's pretty fast. And here's the 70 Chris Harley, 66, ooh, and 15, they all spun out. The double 01 of Sarah Yitzon also spins out. And how did Veydarbu flip? That was my question. Oh, right there. Right there. Here comes the, oh yeah, the 01 hits the 14, and the 14 goes for a wild flipping ride. And there you see, tries to, and Ragow does a great job trying to avoid the 14 as he tumbles over several times, a couple barrel rolls down, 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 down. Wow, that was a big one here in the second caution of the day, so. Get back in the green and see, we'll find out. Caution. George Rourke, Somber, he made from the race. Not sure how they the damage from the first caution. So, wow. And now McNaught's going to be a lap down, so he may be on the bottom of the leaders when we get back under green. So I wonder if that's going to be the case. But nevertheless, what's not different is the leader. Tim Freilich, your leader, heading into the 4 laps. Kyle Beck, fourth. Billy Lance 6. John McNabb. Parasols in 8th, and Marshall Rich is 9th, and James Shelley is in 10th. Freilich once again looking to get his first win of the year. He has not. And the defender and that streak, and Wow. I've got to see this again. Let's see what happened on that big wreck. The final turn is always the toughest turn. No, the final turn is the toughest turn to take on at Piggz Clip. Here's what happened. The 1 and 31 got together, the 92 as well, and then they all sandwiched each other. It went downhill from there. A lot of the top 10 competitors left in the dust, and they all spun out, and they got wrecked. Wow, what a shocking turn of events here at Piggz Clip. And you see one driver flipping. That's Leah Walker. And one driver just spun in the tire wall on Chris Harley. I'm surprised that they all made it through Chris Harley. More flipping. Behind them is now Zach Robinson flipping. Wow, wow. That was just an incredible, shocking turn of events here. What a comeback for the 30 machine. It looked like he was down and out. He turned it around easily, but he was able to turn it around. And Sanford pulling the front. George Ward, Austin Knight, Sarah Gibson, Rene Argu have retired already, so... Now Walker, Robinson, Ferguson have retired. McNamara, Harley, Wood. Everyone else is just a lap down. And another one retired. I think that was McNamara. And another more mix-up going on as they're still pitting. And Rochester is retired. We just got word. And several others are lap down, 2 laps down even. So Tim Fralick's camshaft busted. He's out of the race. Now everyone is back into line. And obviously, I'm not sure if the lapped cars are going to be on the bottom of the leaders as we get back to the green. And I think they will. I think that'll be the case. So a big mix-up right now, heading into our green flag with 11 to go. And that'll put Luke. I guess Luke Walker's the only one a lap down. He'll probably be the only that's going to be on the bottom of this restart. So a little bit of a mix-up and confusion. Nevertheless, Ryan Acosta, your new leader, heading to the green flag at Piggz Clip. Will Acosta win for the second time? second. He's been close all year. With 10 to go. Dom Capps, how about this guy? He replaced my total season. And the caution is out for the fourth time today and brings it to the strike. It would be magical. We'll have to see if the form will hold up. He'll be leading us to the caution flag. And we'll have back in the game. And I think the wreck happened around here. I'm not quite sure. And Acosta and Shelley, I'm not sure what happened to them. They must have had a tire problem or something. Kinda not sure what happened to them, but, well... And the caution came out around this period. Let me see when the caution came out. Let me just see. Let's see, the lights go on. Right there. Someone must have... Oh, whoa, yeah, I see the caution now. And look at that, look at that. 266s. They have very similar pod 266s, but the one is supposed to be 99. How unusual is that? So let's see how this weird, unusual pattern happened when Piggz and Devin Winston flipped upside down, heading down to one turn, and oh wow, Devin Winston almost went over the railing right there at one point. Mark Matthews gives Piggz a big hit, and the 99 is down, and then the 66 became the 99 for a bit. Yeah, these both cars were made by the same manufacturer, so wow. Let's go on board with Devin Winston. Let's go on board with Piggz. Oh my gosh, wow. What a wreck got unfolded. See if Dom Capps can make it to one piece, and hopefully he'll be a contender. He could keep his lead. Let's hope that's the case. I'm thinking it's likely going to be the case. Yeah, it is going to be the case. A lot of drivers retired, but we don't have time to get to that. Only 14 drivers are left on the lead lap. We're all going to have about 4 laps to go, which means at most 4 laps to go. No, at least 4 or 5 laps between, give or take, so maybe 5 to go when we get back into the group. No, 5 to go, so it is 5 laps to go when we get back on the green. The next caution is going to end the race. Everyone has got to make as much of a move in the leader and into the lead as possible, because if the wrecks have been going on, you never know when the caution may strike. So they've got to... trying to has lost his chance now as Navarro moves to third. Sosnowski's looking for a caution at this point. They'll be free to go when they hit the stripe again. Right now, Sosnowski takes the lead and free to go. Navarro and Cap's trying desperately to close in on the 7. That much, he could get his first win since season 2. No way, he's already got it. Sosnowski won 2 races in season 2. This could be another 2-win season for Sosnowski if he keeps it up. John Cap's trying to close in. His first start this season. That would be a wonderful start to the 77's new era. 2 to go here. Racing the line as long as possible and hold off the other car. Carlson moves up to third. Not sure how 77 will be able to come back. And here's 77 might have closed in a little bit. Sosnowski is looking behind him and he sees Cap close in. Everyone took their rational pit stops already many times, so I don't think pit stops will be a factor. Here we go, the final turn as Carl Sosnowski will see the white flag. 1 to go for the 17. For Sosnowski, it could be good news. You like the second. There's no bar Parsons are enough time to catch up to Sosnowski. Or will Sosnowski pull away? Not going to pull away. Parsons second. Caps wants to get second away, but either way, it will be a top 5 in his first start this season. Something Scott Ferguson already did. Cap's trying to become a factor, trying to play spoiler with the leaders. Carousel's trying desperately to hold the second, but I don't think he will do it. Nope, the final turn to get his second win of the season. The 7 of Carl Sosnowski wins the 3rd Piggz Grand Slam battle, but the 7 won 7. Carl Sosnowski goes home with the 2nd win of the season, so congrats to Sosnowski. Dom Cap's an impressive debut in 2nd. He would have loved to win it, but nevertheless will take a podium finish any day. Victor Navarro finishes 3rd, and Carousel's 4th. And Alan Smith survived the 5th. Michelle Silvetti was out of view in 6th. Abby Sachs 7th. Billy Bishop 8th. Trevor Harvey 9th. And Jacob Waller in 10th. And here's the rest of the field. Stay tuned, guys, because our 4th and final Piggz Grand Slam race of the season is coming up next. So stay tuned. Here we are, folks, the 4th and final Piggz Grand Slam race of the season. And if you enjoyed the 3rd one, wait till you see the 4th and final one. It's going to be spectacular as we're live from Piggz Creek Skate Super Speedway. On the pole today, it is going to be the 60 of Gene Sanford. And on the outside will be the 32 Dylan Young. And you saw the rest of the starting lineup on the left of your screen. Let's get on to it as we hear those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
Is Rusty's Chicken Farm with a little bit of a pick, with a sprinkle of a little bit of Piggz. See what happened to Zachary Robinson trying to save the car. And here he is as he got spun by Marshall Rich, and then he tries to stop, and everyone else tries to avoid him. Luke Walker got a piece, and John McNamara also got a piece too. Michelle Samedi also got spun by Angel Navarro, and then Samedi in turn hits the 87. And wow, and McNamara a little slow there, he got a little bit of a damage there, and what a great save by the 87 to avoid from becoming that bigger wreck. But nevertheless, it did have its victory. And now Zach, the only driver that retired from surprise that no one else got involved as well. Wow. So anyways, we're going to be approaching for a while. Whoa, Alex Rago has just retired for whatever reason. Must have involved in his own sport. Added to the retirees list because I have not seen him Robinson wreck. But now, well, Rago's retired for some odd reason, but well, we're going to have time to get back to that, but, well, we do know this. John Radican is your new leader, and he has not won a race since the 100th Pokemon Cup race. We had that back in Season 3. He's looking to change all that. one. She's looking for her first, and Jacob Lawler also looking for his first this season. There's only a few more races left, as Lawler is going to try to make every one of them count and try and get into victory lane. In season 3, and now he's trying to break the winless streak in season 4 and trying to become the only driver to win in the first 4 seasons. Not even Piggz could do that, but he didn't win in season 3, but he did get 2 in season 4 so far. Luke and Leia have not been behind him. And no one else got involved. Not sure what happened. We'll get back to that later. There was a spin in the back. And a race to the one out of the back. Kyle back trying to come back. Here comes Ethan Navarro. Let's see, we saw him spinning out in the metal. Let's see who caused the spin. It may be somebody, I'm not quite sure. He was running in the top 5 or some sort. And he spun out. Let's see what happened. Ooh, I can see what happened now. 4 wide battle with Jacob Lawler and him and Gipe and Sanford got way too ugly. And Sanford was the driver that spun the 30 out. And then Acosta and then the 43 of Marshall Rich spun out. And then Dylan Young and John Radican got held up a little bit there, and Young got a little bit of a nudge to the front, but nevertheless, though, they both made it out. And I'm surprised that was the only driver that spun out. Bishop was also not having a great day. He was involved in the first caution. That's how he got. I think he's looking just for a he's ever gotten 5 since that last. Maybe he had 1, but he's got a tough competitor. So that's Abby Sachs, who's trying to become the third driver to win 4 or more races in a season in the NASCAR public. but he'll have to face off against Tim Freilich, and also Scott Ferguson and Angel Navarro also looking to get on this track. Colin McNaught, he's trying to also get his first win of the season. He's a consistent driver this season. He's trying to change all that quick. Currently trying to get his another win for him. I think his second of the season. LaPlante trying to win again. On the lead again. As the points leader. Well, if he gets a top 3 finish, lead, and he'll expand it further. Races to go, but you never know. So the lead may not be final. So Sachs is trying to make it as possible. So, well, to the point where we reach the finale, he may clinch it right away. Sachs has been a favorite for Pokemon Employment. So he's been a heavy favorite to win the title, and now he is not disappointing. He is racing well. And now we're going to get back up with 19 to go, probably. And 19 to go. Really an up and down running for him, and while Kostasnowski, bad news for his fans, he has wrecked out as well, and his chance of winning 2 in a row are over. But here it goes. Here's what happened in the wreck. There's Harvey, and where did it begin? There was, oh, now I saw Yitzhak, got Sarah Yitzhak spun out by her own teammate, Abby Sachs. He was just trying to avoid it, but, well, he didn't help much about it. And Freilich got involved. There was, David Rochester gets hit by the 7, and he goes for himself a wild ride. And then the 7 flipped over a little bit, And then Billy Bishop was just trying to avoid the smoke. Wow, tough break for the Z7 for second Piggz Grand Slam race win. We'll see a different winner maybe in the third and fourth and final Piggz Grand Slam race. Sosnowski and Rochester have retired, the first drivers to retire in a couple laps. And surprisingly, the big wrecks have not been a factor for many drivers at all. And we've seen drivers take pit stops as you see changes as Austin LaPlante might have stayed out. So LaPlante is now your new leader. Wonder if the fuel will hold up. Dylan Young now second. Avi Sachs stays in third. Austin Guyton up in fourth. Billy Bishop is now fifth. And he was the slowest car, and I don't think they're going to be using the strategy to their advantage. Those drivers are pitting on the very next lap. So I thought there'd be a little bit of a twist where we see drivers the top six stay out, but it was not the case there, as Leah Walker is going to get back to the lead. And not much has changed. Kyle Beck is second, Daniel Day third, Alan Smith fourth, Mason Wood is fifth. And all these drivers, well, Leia's trying to finally snap her winless streak. She has not won since season 2 in Hogzilla, and I think we're going to have Hogzilla come back next season somewhat. So I did say we're going to have Hogzilla return this season, but I never got, well, I had new tracks to try out, and unfortunately there wasn't enough room for it. But now I promise you we are going to be returning to Hogzilla next year. So next season the Hogzilla will be returning. Daniel Day will be back. Kyle Beck's second. Daniel Day is third. Beck's looking for a second win. Day is second. Smith has not won this season. He had two heartbreaking losses in the first two of the World Tour races. He's going to redeem himself. I think this is the last race outside the United States for these drivers. And the rest of the 15, including the last 10 races, are going to be in NASCAR tracks. NASCAR Sprint Cup tracks. The last 10 races only. So, with the exception of the Super Snack 500 and the season finale. Other than that, the rest of the last 10 races are going to be in NASCAR Sprint Cup tracks, which is going to make things more exciting. The tracks you probably know and the best NASCAR Sprint Cup lap almost every turn. Bumper to bumper, side by side, now James Shell is taking Atlanta Walker's back in contention. Wow, there is the big one. Happening on this team. Radical, Dustin Ray, Austin Ray. Angel LeBron, Ethan Hamill. Sky Piggz. Wow, what a twist here. Let's get to the caution flag. It's not like this. It finally happened. The hurricane finally came. And well, it took out the it took out the big names too. And here we go. And let's see what happened on that caution flag. Let's see the big wreck again as it unfolds. And there was bump between Sachs and Mark Matthews. And then I think this is where it got ugly. Around this time... No, wait. Oh, now it got ugly. And Daniel Day was the driver that spun Radican out right here and took out Alan Smith. His chance of redemption is over. He'll have to wait. And Nick Parasols, Ethan Hamill, Dustin Ray, Mark Matthews, well, those end their storylines there. And, well, yeah, and then the 15 is clipped as well. He spins out, and he flips over, and another flip by Austin Geip, as Geip flips over and tumbles all around, and wow, what a wreck, a surprising wreck happens with just a few laps to go, and takes out the top most. Not sure we're going to get back under green. I'm not sure if they're going to be a chance. Badarvu, Ray, Matthews, Parasols, Navarro retired, Hamill retired, and Geip retired. All of them retired. 29 drivers left on the lead lap. And only just a few laps left. I'm not sure exactly how many will there be left. There may be 1 or 2 more laps left to determine our 4th and final Piggz Grand Slam winner this season. And then the last 15 races, is that all they'll be concentrating? All eyes will be on the final 15 races. And now let's see, we're going to get back into green as the last lights come out. And the lights are out. That means we only have 2 more laps left here at Piggz Green. If we get a caution before we hit the white flag, the race is over. If we get a caution during the white flag, the race continues. We'll race it to the line anyway, regardless of when the wreck happened. But if it's on the final lap exactly, yeah, regardless. So Colin McNaught, our leader, Devin Liston, second. Roberts is 5th. Jacob Lawler 6th. Chris Snow 7th. Tony McDonald 8th. At the same time, and Dylan Young runs under top 10. And here's the rest of the field. Scott Ferguson wins it here. He gets his first win of the season and his second career win. And once again, he replaced Austin Ogo in victory lane this season. Wow, what a comeback by the Scott Ferguson. And we don't have, well, results, but nevertheless, you know what happens. So anyway, after 25 events, we've reached Abby Sachs as your leader, 37 points ahead of James Shelley, who moved up to second. Jonathan Thoman is now third. Piggz fourth. Austin LaPlante fifth. Ethan Hamill sixth. Ryan Acosta seventh. Austin Geip eighth. Kostasnowski ninth, and Dylan Young is moved up to 10th. Before, he was like in the 21st and 22nd positions, and Dylan Young made himself to the top 10 after several finishes, even though he only had one top 5, and that was the one win he got. What a comeback tour for Dylan Young. What an amazing comeback to move him up to the 10th spot. Dustin Ray and Colin McNaught have knocked down the 21st and 22nd, and 23rd and below are on your screen. And now Ferguson can add himself to a win. He could be a competitor at all for the 41st spot. That could be an improvement. They're the other drivers. Ogo, Harvey, and Caps, the replacements. Whatever, so yeah, so wow. Oh yeah, and they didn't count Sosnowski's second win for some reason. He should have had win number 2, but I guess it was retired after that. Same thing happened to Jonathan Thoman, but I don't know why that didn't happen. Anyway, I do know they have, Sosnowski has 2 wins this season, Thoman has 3, so congrats to them on their success. And the next 5 races will be in Portland. That's right, Portland International Raceway. JGIR, Joe Gibbs. Road America, the return, Charlotte, and Kentucky, and that's when the NASCAR Sprint Cup tracks begins. And then in our 31st race, I think, will be the Super Snack 500, and then it's Indy, Las Vegas, Pocono, Phoenix, Atlanta, Texas, California, Talladega, and the season finale at Zandvoort. You don't want to miss any of those races. So next trip is up to Portland International Raceway, and this has it has a lot of twists and turns, more than you expect at a road course. So I can't wait for this race to come. So anyway, we'll see you